Gameplay takes a bit of a sharp turn compared to what we're used to seeing from the Souls series, but does this change up enough of the formula to give us something new, or is it just more of the same? My name is Matt, here with the Floop Network, and this is my review of Bloodborne. Bloodborne comes to us from Software, a company so Japanese that their title is harder to say with correct grammar than most Japanese games. From Software, as you might be aware, brought us my favorite series of all time, Dark Souls, and in many ways it's a return to the old form. Bloodborne feels expansive, and as you work your way through the vast catacombs, winding city streets, and even dense woods, you can get to a high place, look out behind you and see where you were half an hour ago. But it's not expansive for expansive's sake. The maps are all chock full of little details, but you get the sense that they're all put there for a reason, something that has almost become emblematic of Souls games. But there's a lot that's different too. Combat is quicker and more responsive with a new mechanic that allows you to recover a bit of your health if you counterattack quickly enough. Shields are all but removed, quite literally stripping away of your sense of confidence that Havel's slab of stone he's convinced is a shield used to give. My first playthrough of Bloodborne clocked in at roughly 30 hours, which should be encouraging given that the last major Sony exclusive title clocked in about 6. Interestingly enough, even with those 30 hours, I've only just touched the majority of the game. With New Game Plus offering harder enemies with all the equipment you've acquired so far, PvP modes that return with an even more frantic twist, and a brand new Chalice mode, which throws in procedurally generated dungeons into the mix, Bloodborne offers more than any Souls game yet. The game is beautiful aesthetically, with the streets glistening with a thin layer of grime and blood. Everything feels so much bigger than you. When you enter the streets of Yharnam, you almost feel uncomfortable from your surroundings, rather than from the bloodthirsty man-beasts. The enemies and environments are well designed and varied appropriately. Even when fighting similar enemies, their designs were varied enough that they truly felt like they belonged in the places they were found. Men in the city wore dirty, blood-stained colonial wear, while the denizens of the Yahar'gul were in more dark and tribalistic wraps and cloths. Unfortunately, this comes at a cost as the high-quality textures, coupled with the particle effects, often slowed the already 30 FPS experience into a much more jagged and stunted mid-high 20s. The sound quality is impressive, with every growl, screech, and slice coming in clear through the DualShock 4's onboard audio transfer. Now, I usually game with a multi-speaker headset, and unfortunately, Bloodborne fails to deliver on proper directional sound. Frequently, I've been trying to locate a bell ringer or an enemy with loud thudding footsteps, and I've gotten lost, usually with the baddie feeding me my own eyeballs from the side when I thought it was in front of me. One of Bloodborne's main strengths is its storyline. Bloodborne is really good at giving you just enough to get you thinking. If you're looking, you'll find little snippets of story strewn all about the world. From item descriptions to letters to handwritten notes, these snippets add up to offer something that is usually missing from most modern games. Context. Over your progress, you'll find out the whys of the story. Since the game already gives you the whos and the hows, it's a brilliant system, offering those who have the patience to look a story experience that's much deeper than anything currently out on the market. Except, of course, for Dark Souls 1. All in all, Bloodborne is a fantastic challenge, drenched in lore everywhere you go. It's not without its faults, and certainly the frame rate issues should damage its score, but the fact that, other than a few nitpicks, Bloodborne is a masterpiece that truly feels like it belongs on the PS4. I'd give this one a full $60. If you want to see more game reviews, make sure to subscribe to my channel and maybe even leave a like on the video if you want to. If you want to hear me talk about #Gamergate as well as some silly shit that happens on the internet, follow me on Twitter at Floop Network. Now, I've been working a little bit on having a dedicated website for all the reviews to go, as well as a place for me to write articles here and there about things going on in the gaming world. If you want to check it out before it's really finished, go to floopnetwork.squarespace.com. Now, thank you for watching. I'm going to go get back to playing more Bloodborne.
All around, there's no color to be found. Took my heart, stole my dreams, told me I am a machine. I'm breaking out.